Hello, my name is Daniel and welcome to another video on my Board Scrambler YouTube channel. Today and for the last couple of days, in fact, I have been staying at the Hollands campsite, which is near Brockenhurst in the New Forest, and that's in Hampshire in the south of the United Kingdom. Now, I've stayed here half a dozen times in the last few years. I just wanted to give you 7 reasons why I love this campsite. Okay, number 1, the campsite is set in absolutely stunning woodland. From the beginning to the end of the campsite, there is tree canopy pretty much everywhere. You can find a few pictures that are in the sunlight, but quite a few of them, especially towards the end of the campsite, are under tree cover. That also means that there's plenty of little nooks and crannies and places that you can pitch a tent. You could go out in the open, you could go near a tree trunk, you could go near some bushes. There's lots of little places that you can put your tent. If you've ever been to a campsite which is little more than a huge, great big long field with nothing in it, no trees in it, this is the complete opposite. I think that's one of the reasons why I like this campsite, because there's loads of little places that you can go and walk around. It's very easy to get lost in there. It's the opposite of a huge open field, and I really love that. Number 2 is the fact that in front of the campsite there is a huge open field. So if you want to go out and play some ball games, play cricket, play football, etc., or you want to go out and walk your dog, or you just want to sunbathe somewhere, there is a huge, massive field directly in front of the campsite, many acres in size, and it is literally just a stone's throw away from the campsite. The third reason that I love this campsite is it is a big campsite and it has all the facilities that you would expect, but it doesn't feel like a big campsite. That is probably because it isn't a huge open field. When you're pitching your tent here or when you're camping here, it's not like you just see a sea of tents. It isn't like that at all. It really does feel like a much smaller, cozier campsite than many other places that I've been to in the UK. Okay, number 4 is the fact that ponies and horses are allowed to roam freely in this part of the New Forest, and that includes around the tents. So you could pitch your tent up, you could spend the night there and wake up in the morning and have ponies all around your tent. Last year when I was camping here, we actually saw horses galloping on the field in front of the campsite, and it was a really beautiful sight. So if you like to get nice and close to nature in the New Forest, I definitely recommend this campsite. You will see horses and ponies just walking around all the tents, minding their own business and trotting around. It really is a beautiful sight. So the 5th reason that I love this campsite is you don't have to drive anywhere if you want to go hiking or cycling. You can literally just go straight out the end of the campsite. There's cycle routes and hiking routes right there on the doorstep of the campsite. So if you just want to pitch up, get your tent up, get your bike out or go for a walk, you can do that. You don't have to drive anywhere. It really is in a perfect location. The 6th reason that I recommend this campsite is because of the facilities. There are 3 shower blocks here, and in each block you have showers, you have toilets, you have sinks, you also have a dog washing area as well. There's freshwater taps. The facilities here are as you would expect in a campsite that holds up to 600 tents. Okay, so my 7th and final reason why I like this campsite is because the staff are on it, and by that I mean they will stamp out any unruly behaviour. If anybody's getting a little bit rowdy, playing music late into the evening, they will come round and put a stop to that. So if you've ever been to a campsite where people are just left to their own devices, it can get quite unruly. It's not like that here. They are on it. They are fairly strict, and I think that's great for families that come here, because let's face it, young children don't want to be up till 1-2 o'clock in the morning hearing people making lots of noise next door. And I have seen the staff go around. They have wardens here, and they are quite sharp on things like litter, loud music and things like that. So it is a well-maintained and well-enforced campsite, which I think is perfect for families. So that concludes my short review of the Hollands campsite here in the New Forest. I really hope that you've enjoyed the footage that I've shown you today. If you're thinking about going to this campsite, I definitely 100% recommend it. I've been here half a dozen times, and I'm hoping to come here again later on in the year and also next year as well. So look, my name is Daniel. I'm known as the Board Scrambler. If you've enjoyed this video, do hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Again, thanks once again for watching.